Oh, so that's how the music box was created. Valeriana was the one who did it. I knew it. So now it explains her appearances in the episodes that she appeared in. It makes more sense that her presence is more. Oh, you're here. When it comes to anticipation, it can mean to a lot of things. And for 2023, it definitely seems like it's going to be a really big year. Not just on my end, where I am like planning on like transferring to a new college and like learning what it's going to be like to like living inside a dorm. Although I did had a bit of hand on that, but also in terms of the movie industry. And well, I am not kidding when I say this to you, but it looks like we're about to get a huge line of amazing films next year. Because let's be honest here, the word anticipation can be in a bold statement for 2023 films. Because wow. I mean, wow. We have a lot of stuff to look forward to in 2023. And especially with films. And for movies, it's no exceptions. Yep. Today, in celebration for getting near the end of 2022, well, technically this is going to be for 2023, I'm going to give you guys my top 10 most anticipated films of 2023. And of course, I'm more excited for more than 10 films, and of course your list will be different. These are just the movies that I'm personally excited for, and feel free to share what yours are in the comments. But before I begin, I do have some honorable mentions for other movies I'm looking forward to. And even if some of these films don't make it on like this list, it's okay. Your list will be different. So, without further ado, the honorable mentions are, in chronological order, John Wick Chapter 4, Fast and 10, The Little Mermaid, Transformers Rise of the Beasts, Elemental, The Flash, Oppenheimer, The Marvels, and Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom. So, without further ado, let's get this exciting top 10 list started.
What's it gonna be? Ant-Man.
Let's start off this list with actually the first movie that I'm actually very looking forward to seeing in 2023, and that is the movie to kickstart Phase 5 with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be a really awesome film. The first two movies were a lot of fun in my opinion, and I really enjoyed their low stake qualities. But this one's going for a much more high stake adventures where they're getting sucked into this multiverse quantum realm, and now they have to find a way back while also fighting a lot of things. What's getting me engaged from what I saw in the teaser is the amazing visuals that they're presenting, like showing the quantum realm, this quantum universe, like a different, like a utopia. Well, not really a utopia; it's completely different. Along with bringing some new key players into the scene, like Bill Murray finally being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and of course, getting our real introduction to Kang. Of course, we did get to see a variant of Kang in the season finale of Loki. Still excited for season 2, by the way. But I feel like this one is going to show us a more serious Kang as a little sneak peek of what is to come before we have Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. So yeah, all in all, I'm just really excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and I think it's going to be a great movie to see in February, and it definitely will be a good one to watch on a 3-day weekend like President's Day.
I just threw a truck at a dragon. I love my life.
Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business.
Now at number 9, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. And it's funny that I'm actually putting a Shazam movie on the most anticipated list, because I remember like when I saw the trailers for the first Shazam, I hated them and I thought, oh, the movie was gonna suck. But man, I shouldn't have judged the trailers, because it turned out to be a pretty awesome movie that was both funny yet also heartfelt at the same time, and surprisingly dark in some moments. So I'm honestly looking forward to the sequel. and I do think it is going to share the same fun and excitement that the first film had, along with introducing some new elements as well, which I think is great because it does give Shazam. Yeah, of the 3 DC films that are coming out next year, Shazam is actually the one that I'm excited for the most. As the first film was so much fun, I think the sequel's gonna like recapture that sense of joy that I had while watching it. Plus, I also like the new villains that they're going to be introducing. I feel like they're going to be a lot of fun. My only question is, like, how did the wizard from the first film manage to survive? Because I saw him dying like once he gave Billy like his powers. I don't know. But then again, the movie will possibly explain it. They better anyway. But still. But if I can look with that aside, I can still see that this is just going to be a whole lot of fun when I go see this.
I want people to walk away from this movie feeling better than they did when they walked in. I think that's something that's powerful about cinema.
We've often seen like the main star direct movies, but now for like a sports film, although I'm not entirely sure if this is the first time. It's awesome that Michael B. Jordan will be directing his own feature with Creed 3. Now we understand why it took a while for this film to finally come out. Well, maybe the pandemic was another reason why, but I guess he really wanted to take his time and energy with this one. Yes, when some people can say that this has some comparisons to Rocky V, but I think this film's going to be much more serious than that film. Plus, I feel like this will probably be a solid trilogy if they can at least nail it on its third round. The first 2 Creed films were great in my opinion, and I feel like the third film's still gonna capture that very well. Yeah. Also, they're even gonna like go as far as actually like put the film out in IMAX, like, and be shot in IMAX for some scenes. It looks very well. In fact, so much so that like one of the recent trailers for the movie is like a behind the scenes look, and it's like he was able to like he wanted to capture like how he wanted to do this film. Like he wanted to like continue the legacy of the son of Apollo Creed on his big adventures, but also make it more impactful to his story, and I think it works very well. Also, I'm surprised that Sylvester Stallone will not be in this film. I get it. I mean, Sylvester Stallone's been in pretty much all the Rocky films. I get it. This is Michael B. Jordan's franchise now. Like, he's now the new star. So, I get it. He's taking over. This is what he wants to do. So, I understand. But still, it's really gonna pack some emotion when I see this film in March. Especially with my dad.
Wahoo!
Yeah, now we have the Super Mario Brothers movie! Sorry, I think that was a much better impression right there. Although, to be fair, now that we know more about the whole thing with why Mario and Luigi will be speaking more American, because they're from Brooklyn, I think it now makes much more sense. But either way, when people first heard about this film and it was coming from Illumination, we were like, really? Really? Why Illumination? Okay, I don't hate Illumination, but the fact that it's coming from the studio that brought us like those yellow one-eyed demons are just no. But everything changed when the trailers came out, and let's just say that our doubts are starting to go away and we're getting more excited to watch it. Plus, also with the first 2 Sonic the Hedgehog films being great live-action movies based off video games, I think the same thing. I think that this is going to be the best movie based off a video game in general. Well, that's at least based off a video game. Because if we're talking about video game movies all around, then it's possibly Wreck-It Ralph that's the clear winner. But then again, but still, I'm really excited to see it. The animation looks fantastic and looks like it's coming out of the more recent games. I mean, there's like so many cameos and Easter eggs that you would spot in the trailers, and possibly plenty more that they're saving for the film. Although, the casting actually is very good, especially Jack Black as Bowser. Anything else that I'm missing? What else? Oh yeah, I mean, and they're definitely staying true to the spirit of the games, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, like the Sonic the Hedgehog film, this is going to be more of an origin story, although this time this will be set in the Mushroom Kingdom. Man, I'm just really looking forward to this one. I'm sure all you Mario fans are. I mean, let's be real here. This is possibly one of the 2 animated films that are going to be on this list. I'm suspecting that's going to have a big audience reaction when I see it. And also, it's coming out the same weekend as the Owl House series finale. Well, if I had the choice to watch either of them this weekend, here would be my option.
Both is good.
Yes, my point exactly. Alright, so yeah. All in all, on April 7th, I think this thing we're going to say is, let's go! Now we have Dune Part 2 at number 6. Now let's be real here. Splitting the book into 2 parts was the most smartest thing ever, unlike the other one that came out like years and years ago. Sure, I'm not saying that the old one movie was bad, but it was kind of unwise to cram it into one feature. This movie on the Denis Villeneuve, I'm not really good with pronouncing his name. It knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to making with the Dune films. Especially, he did an amazing job with Part 1, which ended up on my best of 2021 list, if you saw, as high as the number 3 spot. Although I do have to rewatch the film in preparation for the sequel. So I do believe that the second movie is gonna be a lot more awesome and possibly be a bit more action packed than in Part 1. So, yeah. Also, with this not being also it's gonna look big on the big screen. I'm just really looking forward to seeing it. Yes, it might be like long as last time, but if we can look outside of that issue, I feel like it's still gonna be an amazing movie regardless. Definitely one of the best films of 2021 with Dune Part 1, and I'm really excited for Dune Part 2. So yeah. That's pretty much so yeah, if you guys haven't seen Dune Part 1 yet, you probably should watch in preparation for this film. But yes, I'm excited to see where they're going to go with it next, and just can't wait to continue that amazing story in the Sandy Desert. Out of all the MCU films, or possibly all the MCU projects that are coming out in 2023, this is my most anticipated of the bunch. I mean, we're talking about the ending of James Gunn's career at Marvel Studios before he moves on to DC, and of course, the final installment with our main Guardians of the Galaxy. And I'm just really going to be shedding a lot of tears when it happens. I've been with these guys since 2014 with the first film, and of course I'm gonna be shedding a lot of tears when Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 comes out. It's most likely gonna destroy me. And after seeing the trailer like a bunch of times, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna destroy me. And yes, I do believe Rocket is gonna die. And the way they're presenting him here has a similar vibe to both King and Hunter, like in the later halves of the Owl House. Yeah. I mean, it really feels like it's going to be emotional. And I'm really glad they're bringing back in Gamora, which I'm intrigued to see how that goes with the 2014 Gamora. Like, where will she work into this story? And how are they going to present it? So I'm glad that they're still bringing her back, but not entirely bringing her back. So there's still some consequences that comes with it. Then again, they somewhat started that with Endgame. Oh, yeah. It looks like it's also going to be very emotional. And also, I do like how they're finally going to bring in Adam Warlock and the High Enterprises. I think that's his name. But that's like the creator who made Rocket. I'm just really looking forward to that. also, I do think Drax is gonna die as well, in my opinion. I know I'm sounding a little bit sad, but just like the more like from what you see from the trailer, it really is gonna hurt you. But I do believe that the movie will still have its funny moments, and it is gonna have some rocking tunes along the way. Hope Cole will finally discover some '90s tunes to put onto his playlist. Seriously, he really missed the Disney Renaissance. That was like the time to be alive in terms of animated musicals. But then again, that's for movie musicals. That's not for actual songs. But okay, you get what I mean there. But either way, I'm really excited for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, even if the movie is gonna destroy me. For number 4, I have the movie that will be for Disney's Centennial, Wish. Now just from looking at the title, there's not really that much. But when you actually read more and more about it, the more you get more excited for it. This movie is about set like in ancient times, where this movie will be honoring the origin of the wishing star. Yes, the star that you see at the beginning of the Disney logo, and the same star that was been shown in Pinocchio and The Princess and the Frog. Honestly, I'm just really looking forward to it. And also the animation. They're going for the Spider-Verse animation, which is what DreamWorks have been doing this year with the bad guys in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, where they're going to use computer animation but have a 2D blend all over it to make it feel like you're watching a hand-drawn animated film, which I think is great. And I'm glad that actually more animation studios are starting to notice this. Wonder if this means that Pixar will be doing one after this film. At this point, who knows, but it does seem likely that it will happen. Yeah, there isn't really that much I have to say about this one, other than I am really excited for it. So yeah, I am intrigued to see where this goes. And I do think Ariana DeBose is going to do a great job in the movie, as well as Alan Tudyk, who's playing this goat. Yeah, next November is going to be like one of the best for Disney, in my opinion. Number 3 is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, the final film of the Indiana Jones franchise. And I'm so glad it will be the last one. But not because I hate Indiana Jones, it's just because that Harrison Ford is getting very old at this point. But either way, after seeing the trailer, I'm like, okay, I'm actually convinced that this will actually be pretty enjoyable. Although, sure, I'm not so sure if it's going to be as good as either Raiders or Last Crusade, but I do think it will be better than something like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, even if I do enjoy that film. So the film, despite Spielberg not directing it, it definitely has a lot of great materials that you're seeing. The old cast is back, the iconic score. John Williams is composing the score. This will also be his last film he's going to be composing. The actions look pretty good. Sure, there are some CGI, but at least it does look a bit more appealing this time around. And of course, we'll still be getting a pretty fun adventure at the same time. And there even are some good de-aging effects here and there. So I do think it looks very, very well done. Yeah, it is debatable if this film will be matching the same standards as the original 3 films, but we're gonna have to wait and see. All in all, I do think it will be a solid ending to the Indiana Jones franchise. Well, let's just hope they don't mess it up. So don't meddle with the production, Kathleen Kennedy. You can't Hey, James Mangold did an amazing job with Logan and Ford versus Ferrari. So don't mess it up.
We are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
Number 2 is my most anticipated animated film of next year, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Of course, I was originally excited for this, which coincidentally was actually at second place for my top 10 most anticipated films of this year until the film got delayed. But now, after seeing the recent trailer, I think they made the wisest choice to delay it. Not because they wanted to at least make sure they wanted to take their time with this in order for it to work very well. Plus, with this being the first time ever that we're having an animated film with 2 parts, with the next one being Beyond the Spider-Verse in March of 2024, I'm getting very excited, and it looks pretty cool. Also, the animation styles, they're definitely going all and beyond with the animation styles. And And also, they were saying when there were going to be a lot of Spider-Man in this trailer. Believe me, I saw the trailer numerous times and I'm still trying to count all the Spider-Man in there. I'm trying to know, like, who is who. Yeah. Yeah. And also, and after some time of thought about it, yeah, Miguel could possibly be one of the villains of this new film, and I am intrigued to see where it goes. And possibly, now, this might be a potential spoiler, they're possibly going to go down the Spider-Man PS4 route and kill off Jefferson Davis. Yeah. So yeah, I am intrigued to see how this goes. Miles and Gwen are back, and it's just going to be awesome. Can't wait for June 2nd. This will definitely be an awesome graduation. No, not an awesome graduation gift. And this was the school year gift for my brother. Huh. So, yeah. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see it. Possibly be seeing it more than once on the big screen. But number one, for me personally, is another Part 1 film, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Man, what an exciting film is it shaping up to be. I mean, as someone who really loves the Mission Impossible films, albeit they started getting very awesome by the time we got to 3 through 6. I am intrigued to see where they're going to go with this. Plus, after witnessing the amazing Top Gun Maverick, I do think we're going to get an awesome film this year. I mean, the actions are still amazing as they're using real stunts, and Tom Cruise is really putting all of his effort into it. The cast is still great, again, especially with, Tom Cruise. And it is definitely going to have me at the edge of my seat, as always. And again, it's going to be a 2-part film. Huh. And this is going to be marked at the end. This will be like an 8-movie franchise where the final film is a 2-parter. That's amazing. The last time we actually haven't had that was pretty much the Harry Potter films. Well, the main series at least. That's actually pretty clever, honestly. I'm intrigued. Good job. So yeah, not much I can really say at the moment because I've yet to know more and more about this one. But my God, I'm just really excited to watch it. And as a big fan of this franchise, I'm just so excited for it. And of course, to hear that awesome song, dun 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 dun. Man, I'm just pretty excited to see it. Okay, that is going to be my top 10 most anticipated films of 2023. Let me know what you guys thought of my list, and what are your most anticipated films of 2023. Let me know in the comments down below. Stay tuned, I got some other videos coming your way pretty soon. And until next time, peace and take care. And stay safe.